life's no holiday. But some people believe that everybody has chosen to come here, that they have chosen to incarnate on planet Earth and live out their lives to achieve some purpose, perhaps to learn about living or themselves, to have some realization or insight. But the fact is, I don't know why anyone would choose to incarnate on planet Earth. In fact, we don't really choose as far as we're aware. We are born into the world. And once we're here, even if it were a holiday, we can't go home. Like all those people who are stranded around the world when the virus broke out and the borders locked down, they couldn't get home. Many of them had been on holidays, and yet they were stuck. And then the holiday, after a while, once the option to return home has ceased to be an option, the holiday is not so much fun anymore. And that really is the situation with life. Because at the start, everything is exciting, new, colourful, bright. You are enthusiastic about life. You have a future and things to look forward to. But then inevitably, as you grow older, everything becomes tangled and things become dull. Experiences become fickle. Routines become mundane. Most people just settle into the routine and they find distractions to keep them occupied until they die. Most people don't live very meaningful lives. So what would the purpose be in coming here, in choosing to incarnate, if that's all you do with your life? If you just consume and indulge, what purpose does that serve? Do these people go through life and then reincarnate and come back to planet Earth? Do people who achieve some sort of higher understanding of themselves and the nature of reality and their spiritual self, do they ascend into some other dimension or some other existence that we call heaven? Is this another stage of living? Or is it just nothing at the end of it? A nihilistic perspective. Certainly some people believe that the only reason that they are here is to live a life of excess and hedonism. And they consume everything that they encounter, including people. They use people as objects. Because they believe that when they die, there is nothing. This is a somewhat of a Luciferian attitude. And I have met people like that. But they are sorry people, because they are like empty shells. They live glamorous existences that sparkle on the outside and are rotting in the middle, at the core. They are just bound together by trickery and deceit. All manner of enticing things surround them, but they ultimately mean nothing. For them, life is one long holiday, and they enjoy the holiday at everybody else's expense. And once their holiday is over, they leave the mess behind for other people to clean up. Those people disgust me. They're dirty, filthy, they're unclean. Spiritually and physically. That's not a holiday that I want to be on. And I didn't choose to enter this world. Not in this state. Not in the state that it's in. Which is why I'm trying to preserve the world in its state when it was exciting and new and alive. When everything was analog. Everything was warm and fuzzy and imperfect, but full of character and charm and familiarity. It's that nostalgia that I crave. If I could go on a holiday, I would go back in time. Back to a time when I was surrounded by familiar things and familiar sights and sounds and smells that were inviting and encouraging and full of potential. But now everything is digital and perfect and unappealing. So if there was a way to end this holiday, I would, gladly. But for most people that means that they end their own lives. But there's no point in doing that, because there must be a reason that we are here. That is the only reason to keep existing, is to try to understand, rather than exploiting everything around you like these other people, consuming everything in sight. What I'm hungry for is knowledge. I want to know the answers, the truth. I want to know how we got here, and why we're here, and where we're going. And I'm sick of being fed lies. We're on a ball of dirt in the middle of space in a universe that is apparently expanding. But nobody can explain why we're here. This is not a holiday that I want to be on.